Welcome to LearnSphere. In this video, we'll be going through solving quadratic equations using the factorization method. For the first example, we have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. To solve the quadratic equation, we have to firstly draw out a factorization table and insert the three terms that we have into the table. For the first term, x squared is in the bottom left-hand side of the table. For the second term, positive 5x in the bottom right-hand side of the table. And our last term, positive 6 in the center of the table. Next, we have to take note. On the left-hand side of the table, going downwards is multiplication. And on the right-hand side, going downwards, it's addition. So for the first column, we have to find two terms that when multiplied together gives us x squared. So they are x times x, which gives us x squared. In the second column, going downwards, we have to find two terms that when multiplied together gives us positive 6, which are positive 3 and positive 2. Next, we have to cross multiply the two terms, positive 3 with x and positive 2 with x, which will give us on the right hand side 3x and 2x. Next, we have to verify our answers with the terms at the bottom. So we can start from the right hand side. 3x plus 2x going downwards gives us 5x. In the second column, positive 3 times positive 2 gives us positive 6. And in the first column, x times x gives us x squared. After filling up the table, we have the factorized form of this equation, which are x plus 3 and x plus 2. So we can rewrite the quadratic equation as bracket x plus 3 bracket x plus 2 equals to 0. Next, to solve this factorized form, we firstly take the first bracket and equate it to 0, which gives us x plus 3 equals to 0. And the second bracket, x plus 2 equals to 0. Now to solve for x, our first answer would be x equals to negative 3 by bringing the positive 3 over to the right hand side. And our second answer of this quadratic equation would be x equals to negative 2 by bringing the positive 2 over to the right hand side. Therefore, our answer for the first example is negative 3 or negative 2. Now let's go on to the second example, where we have 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. Firstly, we have to draw out the factorization table and insert the three terms that we have into the table. For the first term is always placed in the bottom left-hand side of the table. The second term, positive 5x, in the bottom right-hand side of the table. And the last term, positive 3, in the center of the table. Now take note, going downwards on the left-hand side is multiplication. And on the right-hand side, going downwards, it's addition. Let's fill up the table on the left-hand side. In the first column, to get 2x squared, we can fill in 2x times x, which gives us 2x squared. In the second column, to get positive 3, we can take positive 3 times positive 1, which gives us positive 3. And after filling the left-hand side of the table, we have to cross multiply the two terms. For the top, we have x times positive 3, which gives us 3x. For the second one, we have 2x times 1, which gives us 2x. Now we can verify our terms with the terms at the bottom. So we start from the right-hand side. 3x plus 2x, which gives us 5x. In the second column, positive 3 times positive 1, which gives us positive 3. And in the first column, 2x times x, which gives us 2x squared. Now we can write down our factorized form which are 2x plus 3 and x plus 1 equals to 0. To solve for this quadratic equation, we have the first bracket equals to 0, which is 2x plus 3 equals to 0. And to get our second answer, we use our second bracket and equate it to 0, which is x plus 1 equals to 0. Now to solve for x, for the first answer, we can take 2x equals to negative 3 and x equals to negative 3 over 2. That is our first answer. And for our second answer, we have x equals to negative 1. Therefore, for the second example, we have the two answers to be negative 3 over 2 or negative 1. For the third example, we have the following quadratic equation, which is 3x squared minus x minus 10 equals to 0. Firstly, as always, we have to draw a factorization table and fill up the three terms that we have into the table. For the first term, 3x squared is in the bottom left-hand side of the table. For our second term, negative x in the bottom right-hand side of the table, and negative 10 in the center of the table. Next, we can fill up the first column to get positive 3x squared. The two terms would be 3x times x. In the second column, we can use positive 5 times negative 2, which gives us negative 10. And then for the next step, we have to cross multiply the two terms at the top, which gives us x times positive 5, which gives us positive 5x. And for the second term, we have 3x times negative 2, which gives us negative 6x. Now we can verify our answers with the terms at the bottom. So in the last column, we have positive 5x minus 6x, which gives us negative x. In the second column, we have positive 5 times negative 2, which gives us negative 10. And in the first column, we have 3x times x, which gives us 3x squared. Therefore, once we fill up all the table and verified our answers, we can put it in a factorized form, which is 3x plus 5 and x negative 2 equals to 0. To solve for the two answers, we firstly take the first bracket and equate it to 0. So therefore, it's 3x plus 5 equals to 0. And for our second answer, we use the second bracket, which is x minus 2 equals to 0. Now we can solve it linearly. So 3x equals to negative 5 and x equals to negative 5 over 3. For our second answer, we have x equals to positive 2. Therefore, for the third example, our two answers are negative 5 over 3 or positive 2.